They tell stories of Titanic, diamonds, wealth, and first-class halls, of captains, kings, and famous folks, and how the mighty came to fall. The band's still playing, each repeating, the grand old staircase still survives. More than 100 years of headlines keep those remembered lives. But on a Chicago summer morning in 1915, another ship was filled with dreamers, but no movie would be seen. No ocean crossing, foreign kingdoms, no wealthy names in history wrote. Just working people and their families, a company picnic filled with hope. Tell me why some stories linger and others fade away. Why some names get carved in marble and some are lost to yesterday. 800 souls that morning would be lost and know no more. And 20 feet of dirty water on Chicago, the river shore. Eastland didn't sail, a stone didn't vanish in the sea. She just rode beside the dock, she sat and stole their lives away. And 20 feet of muddy water was all it took to seal their fate. A city watched just yards away, horrified they couldn't help, it was too late. Tell me why some stories linger while others fade away. Why some names get carved in marble and some are lost to yesterday. 800 souls that morning, families gathered for a day. The sea remembers every sailor, but who remembers Eastland's name? Rows of bodies fill the armories, families searching through their tears, calling softly for their loved ones among the silence and the fear. One by one the dead were claimed and carried home with grief and pain. Just one little boy remained there, waiting for his name. They called him little feller, 396 upon a tag. No mother left to claim him, no father coming back. Then his grandmother stepped forward, and through all the sorrow came a pair of trousers from a suit. Willie got his name. Tell me why some stories linger while others fade away. Why some names are carved in marble and some are lost to yesterday. 800 souls on a dirty river still deserve to have their say. The world remembers the Titanic, but don't forget the Eastland's day. So here's to Willie, Novotny, and the hundreds by his side, the mothers, fathers, sons, and daughters. History left behind. Not every hero crosses oceans. Not every tragedy is grand. Sometimes the saddest shipwrecks happen within sight of the land. Tell me why some stories linger while others fade away. Why some names are carved in marble and some are lost to yesterday. 800 souls on a dirty river still deserve to have their say. The world remembers the Titanic, but don't forget the Eastland's day. ocean's got a memory, though men forget the names. It keeps the stories buried deep beneath the tides and rain. There was a boy from Russia who learned the sailor's trade and found that fate can turn a life on choices people make. He sailed aboard K-19 when the reactor failed, and brave men walked through poison fire where lesser courage paled. He watched them pay the awful price to save the crew below, and carried all their ghosts with him wherever he would go. And when the world stood on a knife and fear became the law, when every voice around him said, "Fire before we're lost," he heard the dead of K-19. He knew what war could do, and one tired sailor changed the world by saying, "No, not you." Just one word, just one voice, just one man who made a choice. October 62, they say, the Cold War running hot. A Soviet boat beneath the waves, forgotten by the world above. The depth charges shook the steel, the air was thick and thin. The captain thought the war had come, the end had now begun. A nuclear torpedo sat like judgment in the dark, enough to light the ocean floor with one celestial spark. The captain wanted vengeance, the officer agreed, but Arkhipov remembered things that panic cannot see. And when the world stood on a knife and fear became the law, when every voice around him said, "Fire before we're lost," he heard the dead of K-19. He knew what war could do, and one tired sailor changed the world by saying, "No, not you." Just one word, just one voice, just one man who made a choice. History loves its presidents, its speeches and its crowns, but sometimes all the future hangs in places underground. No cameras caught the moment, no crowds began to cheer, just sweating men in metal walls and one man conquering fear. When the world stood on a knife and fear became the law, when every voice around him said, "Fire before we're lost," he carried every lesson learned, every friend he knew, and one tired sailor saved the world by saying, "No, we don't." Just one word, just one voice, just one man who made a choice. The ocean keeps a secret still beneath the moonlit glow, but all of us are living here because one man said no. ocean's got a memory, though men forget the names. And somewhere in those silent depths, it whispers his again. December wind, a German field, gray sky hanging low. A tired ace with 22 marks, watching the winter blow. And sirens cried and the engines roared, another bomber in the blue. Just one more kill and a cross of iron, waiting just beyond my view. I climbed that Messerschmitt through the clouds, found him limping all alone. His tail shot off and fuselage torn, barely dragging himself home. I eased in close for my easy mark, the county writes your name beside. And I looked through the holes and saw men fighting to survive. I heard an old commander's voice from years I thought were gone. There will likely come a time when no one sees what you will do, when glory rides upon your shoulder and your soul rides on one too. So I laid my finger off the trigger, though the metal called my name, and I lost the cross I could have carried, but I kept the man I am. History counts the planes I downed and the victories I won, but the one they still remember is the one I helped fly home. The guns below could have finished him, the coast was still ahead. So I flew beside that broken bird, shooting wounded men instead. I waved for Sweden, he shook his head. Neither one could understand. Just two young pilots in a winter sky, with the world in bloody hands. And I laid my finger off the trigger, though the metal called my name, and I lost the cross I could have carried, but I kept the man I am. And history counts the planes I downed and the victories I won, but the one they still remember is the one I helped fly home. Wars are built by governments and paid for by the young. Farm boys from West Virginia and sons of Bavaria. The papers write of battles won and cities burned below, but they rarely tell the story of the mercy people show. So I took my finger off the trigger and watched that fortress fade, turned my fighter to the homeland with a debt I'd never trade. No ribbon pinned upon my jacket, no knight's cross on my chest, a salute above the North Sea, and a choice that stood the test. Now the years have all gone drifting like contrails in the sun, and my greatest victory wasn't won, it was spared when I let that bomber run. Some men are measured by the lives they take, some by battles fought and won. But every now and then a man is measured by the trigger he leaves alone. In the spring of 27, Andrew Cahill paid his tax and smiled at all his neighbors while he laid the iron tracks. The children filed in laughing like they'd done 1,000 times, while underneath their footsteps hate was waiting in the mines. The teacher wrote upon the board the lesson for the day, and no one knew how precious those simple moments were. A child's laugh, a whispered joke, a shared dream of growing old. The kind of grace we never know is worth more than all the gold. The fathers came from tractors, the mothers came in tears, neighbors came with bleeding hands and fears they'd carry years. They dug through brick and broken wood and called out every name. They hoped and prayed for miracles that only sometimes came. But when the smoke cleared over Bath and the worst had come to pass, the bell still rings in this little town, even as the years have flown across the fields and broken stones. And the voices fade, but they're not gone, and children's children carry on. You can break a wall, you can shake the ground, but you can't kill the love in this little town. Now 100 years are nearly gone, and witnesses grow few, and grandchildren have their families to tell the story to. Not about the man who brought the storm or all the hate he chose, but about the folks who stayed behind and bore what no one should. The strongest trees don't prove their worth when summer days are kind. They prove it when the winter's bleak and the sun is hard to find. And the bell still rings in this little town, though the years have flown across the fields and broken stones. And the voices fade, but they're not gone, and children's children carry on. Oh, hate can break the walls and it can shake the ground, but hate couldn't kill the love in this little town. No, hate can't kill the love in this little town. The school is gone, the years move on, but the bell still rings.
The last witness trying.
The wind roared down from the timber like a carried judgment's hand, and before the dawn had reached us, there was fire across the land. The sky turned red above the tree line, and the smoke rolled thick and low, and we ran for what would hold us from a fire no one could slow. We ran for water, ran for mercy, ran for anything that hold. Father Pernin prayed beside us while the night burned white and gold. There were fathers calling children through the smoke and through the fear, and 1,000 souls in water wondered if the morning would appear. Tell me who remembers Peshtigo. Tell me who still speaks their names. While the whole world chased the city, we just disappeared in flames. And the years keep rolling onward like the waters to the sea. But I see faces in the river, and they're looking back at me. When the daylight found the shoreline, nothing stood that we could call a home. No church bells rang, no schoolhouse laughter, only ashes carried on the wind. There were fathers, there were daughters, there were names I've long forgot, lives that burned before their season, and a world that mourned them not. Father Pernin wrote the story so the world would understand, but ink can't hold 1,000 lives or every lost and calloused hand. And every autumn when the cold wind blows and the leaves turn copper brown, I swear I hear the voices of those that never made it out. Tell me who remembers Peshtigo. Tell me who still speaks their names. While the whole world chased the city, we just disappeared in flames. And someday I'll be with them, just another memory. But until then, all those faces stand in the river here with me.
What I do know is this. Something happened out there that no general ordered and no government planned. It came from the bottom up, from cold, exhausted, homesick people who, for one morning, decided to be human beings first. That's worth remembering.
The guns that carve the winter sky with thunder through the night. The mud was deep, the wire was cold, no end of it in sight. Then somewhere through the frozen air, a simple carol rose, a song both sides had learned as boys before they ever chose. One voice became another one, then 20, then 100 more, till hymns crossed over no man's land like they'd done years before. No bugle call, no orders came, no victory to claim. Just weary men with tired eyes who all looked much the same. For one Christmas morning, the world remembered why peace came from Bethlehem beneath a starlit sky. No flags above, no kings below, one Christmas morning, love broke through the fear. They traded bread and cigarettes, buttons, songs and names, showed faded photographs of home, and spoke of childhood games. A football rolled across the frost, the laughter carried far, and heaven found a battlefield beneath the Christmas stars. No treaty signed, no generals bowed, no speeches filled the air. Just ordinary men who chose to see each other there. For just one day, the Prince of Peace was stronger than the guns. For one Christmas morning, the angels won again. Their song reached every lonely trench and filled the hearts of men. The war would come another dawn, the world still bore its scars, but nothing could erase the light that burned between the barbs. For one Christmas morning, hope stood where hatred had been. For one Christmas morning, the peace on earth was more than just a dream. Some say the miracle was small, just one brief day. I say if Christmas could stop a war even once, its light can still find us today. Morning breaking, kettle whistling, bread still on the stove. 6 should have been at the table, but there's only 5 we know. Nobody said it out loud yet, nobody wanted to be right. And her coat's still on the hook there, where she left it last night. Doctor came and left already, with a look we understood. He said to keep the windows open and do the best we could. So we did everything he told us, boiled the water and kept her warm. But there was nothing made a difference, nothing holding back that storm. Not a bullet, not a bomb blast, not a wound we could see, just a fever in the morning and an empty chair by 3. Nobody found the letters, 'cause nobody wrote it down. Almost like the writing made it just too real somehow. So folks just folded up their grief and hid it in a pot. couldn't take their heart. They set another place at supper, kept the missing face in view, beside a chair that no one sits in, unspoken, loud and true. Turned by and things were silent, like it wasn't in the past. But we still baked on Sunday mornings and said grace to break the fast. But we skipped the hard part over when we spoke about that year. And some things never did get spoken, they never made it past the tears. 50 years went by, nobody asked, and the young ones never knew. And the ones that did were passing, nearly all of them gone too. So there are names that we can't trace now, sometimes a chair to hold the place of a loved one we remember in a quiet, empty space. I'm sorry how the silence started. No words were ever found. It never was that you weren't loved. We were just too broke to write it down. Now somewhere there's a table where the count is always short, and a chair that's still there waiting longer than it should have, Lord. Please forgive us for our silence when your spirit comes around. It's not we didn't grieve you, we just never put it down. Little boy ran down Prince Street, boots too big for little feet. Mama caught him from the doorway. Wash your hands before you eat. She poured molasses on warm biscuits, black as coffee, slow as rain. Every kid in Boston's North End knew that sweet, familiar taste. January carried winter, smoke hung low above the roofs. Everyone had heard that tank groan, but some in charge just kept the truth. Then we watched the road grow smaller. Door by door it disappeared. 15 feet of blackened sweetness rolling through the lives we knew. Not like fire, not like water. Nothing this sweet was built to run. But 35 miles an hour left no time for anyone. Sweet and dark, how did one become the other? How did something from our table take away a friend, a brother? Years move on, the streets grow new, but memory leaves its marks. And in the north end, sweet stayed sweet, and sweet stayed dark. They found wagons, found the horses, found the places homes had been, found a church bell nearly buried that called no one back again. Mama still was mama, and still did all that mamas do. Kept us clean and fed and rested, and taught us right and wrong is true. Summer came, the bricks all dried, the city learned to stand. But old folks on the corner sometimes stop mid-story and do you smell it? Just a whisper when the air is warm and still, as though the street remembers and time is standing still. Sweet and dark, how did one become the other? How did something from our table take away a friend, a brother? If you ask what children carried, even after they left home, it was never tasting sweetness like they did before that groan. Somewhere a mother still calls, wash your hands before you eat. But ain't no kids up in the north end haven't heard of dark and sweet. Sweet and dark.
We're just trying to give you back the man underneath it.
1914, Belgian mud. A boy runs through the rain and blood, carries a stranger on his back. No time to ask what soldiers lack. They painted him for it years later, froze him there, forever brave, never knowing one day a picture would follow him beyond the grave. Marco and the guns went quiet. A wounded man stood in his sight. He'd earned a cross for less that morning. One more wouldn't make it right. So he lowered the barrel, let him wander, one mercy among 1,000 more. He never wrote it down as different, never knew what it was for. 5 minutes of clairvoyance, to know if the man he let go living was the monster wearing the mask. But some mercies don't come with answers. Some choices just come with a cost. And he carried the not knowing longer than the war he'd lost. 1940, Coventry burning. His own roof came down in the dark. He stood where his kitchen used to be and felt something come apart. I was sorry to God I let him go, is all a broken man could say. Not for the mercy, but for the wondering that never went away. They gave him a cross for the bridge he built, the gun nest, the charge he led. But history only remembers the maybe and buries the truth instead. Somewhere a medal sits in a case right next to a myth that grew, and nobody thought to ask the difference between what's false and true. 5 minutes of clairvoyance he'd trade 10 years to get. Not for the war, not for the medals, just to lay the wondering to rest. But some mercies don't come with answers. Some choices just come with the cost. And a good man kept on carrying a question he never lost. Somewhere in Warwickshire, a private still carrying a man. Somewhere in Coventry, a house is dust again. And somewhere in between them, a soldier asks the sky if mercy makes you righteous, or if mercy makes you cry. 5 minutes, that's all he asked. Warsaw Street, September morning. The truck is loading up its haul. He could run, but he stands still there, lets their hands take him, one and all. Nobody knew the name he carried, wasn't the one his mother gave. He walked in through the gates already, digging what he thought was his own grave. 31 months behind that wire, counting names, counting the dead. smuggled the truth out one page at a time. Prayed that somebody read what he said. 1941, it reached them. London and then further still. Nobody came to burn the tracks down. He kept on writing anyway. He will. Somewhere there's a grave with no name, waiting on a shovel and a prayer. He walked into hell to bear the witness, and they buried the witness there. Some men die for what they hide. He died for what he swore he saw, and they wrote the word traitor over the bravest man in the law. He came home to a different master, same watching, a different foe. Kept sending word of what was happening, same as 31 months ago. That's the whole case that they built there. Not a lie, not a single one untrue. They shot him for telling the truth twice. Once to them and once about them too. 40 years a traitor on paper. 40 years his children couldn't say his name out loud. Then the wall came down in '89, and somebody finally allowed the truth to catch up to the record. Too late for him to hear it said. Some man get remembered breathing. He only got remembered dead. Somewhere there's a grave with no name, still waiting on a shovel and a prayer. He walked into hell to bear the witness, and they buried the witness there. Some men die for what they hide. He died for what he swore he saw. So we're saying it now, widow, louder than the ones who broke the law. Somewhere in a Warsaw field, the ground still hides a man. Somewhere in an old report, the truth still waits to land. And somewhere between the wire and the wall, a soldier's asking still if telling the truth is worth the cost, when no one comes until they will. A grave with no name, that's all they left him.